Look at the clock. Oh, I can't see the clock from... Will you look at the clock? What? You're asking me what time it is. Oh, it's daytime. All I need is daytime. Oh, God. It's probably sunny out. Oh, naturally. Yeah, the sun's out. Naturally. I have to face another whole day. I have to go through another whole day of my life. It's not bad enough. I have a whole new day of my life to face. And what's there to do here? You know what? I've got an idea. I was thinking about this last night. Maybe I'll put on a show. How's that? You like that, fellas? Maybe I could put on a show. I'll get dressed up. I'll put on a jacket and a tie and, and I'll press a pair of slacks. And I'll put on, and invite some people. I'll make a couple of calls, invite a couple of people over. I think that's it. I'll put on a show. I'm putting on a show. Now, you see, you have to prepare. You have to be prepared. Remember that. Now, you see, he's paying attention, and you're just, where are you looking? You're looking off into space. This guy's paying attention. This guy's going to go places. Not you. I'll invite Efren Zimbalist Jr., Lon Chaney Jr., Noah Beery Jr., Wallace Beery Jr. I'll invite Ola Juniors. You see, there's so much to prepare because your friend's an idiot. I'll tell you that right now. Your friend's an idiot. He's not helping me any. See, what you and me are going to have to do is we'll set up chairs, we'll invite people over, we'll write down their names on the list. That's what we're going to do, okay? You got it? Good. Yeah, sort of late middle, early late middle. Yeah. Well, I have a lot to prepare because I invited a lot of people over. Yeah. It's like a show. I'll wear a jacket. Yeah. I think there are some people out there. I see some eyes. Yeah, it's either people or there are coyotes that are getting ready to rip me apart. Yeah. Where's my jacket? Where did I put my jacket? Let's see. Frozen broccoli spears, ice cubes, half a frozen Oh, here it is. Oh, that's good. Nice and chilly for tonight. Oh, that's good. I like a good chilly jacket. Okay. You've, now, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen him, several places. And now you're going to see him here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome. You see, because I'm announcing myself. I can't hire someone in the middle of the desert to announce me. Let's have a warm welcome for our special guest. A special guest, as if there's other people here and I just showed up. Very funny man, Mr. Gilbert Gottfried. Let's hear it for him. I'll be back. Stop it! For God's sakes, have some self-respect! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Oh, no! Wait, I'm pouring some water now. That's it. I want some water, all right? Stop it! I want some water. That's it. I'm having water now. I'm having water. Leave me alone. I'm having water. Leave me alone. I'm having some water. You can't leave a person alone when they're having water. Leave me alone. I'm having some water. For God's sakes, I'm having water. Leave me alone. I'm having water. When a person is having water, leave that person alone. Anything else, any other time you want to bother someone, fine. I mean, if during childbirth you want to, like, pat someone on the shoulder and go, fine, fine. But when a person is having water, it's a private moment. A person should not be expected to deal with other people when that person is having water. I just thought I'd say that. I just thought I'd mention it. Oh, is that good? Oh, boy. A few weeks ago, I was in Austria, and I stopped over and I visited Kurt Waldheim. And I was sitting there with Kurt, and Kurt said, you know, a couple of years ago, I'm in Germany with my wife, and we decided to have our pictures taken. Well, right as the guy's about to snap the picture, who walks right into the shot? Adolf Hitler. Go figure the chance of that happening. I want a cute picture to send home to my wife. Hitler walks right into it. And I don't want him in the shot. So I figure I'll catch the photographer right before they snap the shot. And so I go, wait, hold it. Don't snap that picture. Wait, don't take that picture. Wait a second. Wait till he gets out of the shot.
A cannibal from every old jungle film.
Ironside. And going uphill and sideways, doing a wheelie, turning around, taking a nap. All sorts of one on a flat tire, all sorts of White Rock soda.
My imitation of Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton's mother. Dolly Parton's brother.
You're making fun of the brother of a celebrity's testicles. Don't you realize that's a whole other category that you never get into? You never pick out the relative of a celebrity and abuse their testicles on stage. It's not done. It is not done. You leave celebrities' relatives' testicles alone. Well, I'm sorry. No, you don't have to say you're sorry. Just don't do it again. Just don't do it again. You don't have to be sorry. Don't be sorry. Don't do it again. Sometimes my hands get into hand races. Late at night, they get in, and sometimes they start wrestling each other late at night when I'm trying to sleep. They start wrestling, and I go, were you two wrestling? You're not going to do it again, are you? And then you go to sleep, and it's like all over. Which is disgusting. It's a disgusting thing. I'm sorry, it's a disgusting thing.
What kind of a joke was that? He didn't answer it. I don't understand that he does the fingers fighting with each other, and that's a joke. I don't see the humor to that. I'm watching it, I sit down, I'm paying attention, and he says his fingers are fighting. I don't go out of my house to sit in a theater so that he's on stage going, my fingers are fighting, and that he was in Austria, and then my fingers were in a fight. To me, it makes no sense. I'm a fun guy. I like to have a good time, but that to me didn't make much sense. My fingers are fighting. I don't go there for a joke that my fingers are having a fight. There's no humor to it.
I was here when they built Stonehenge. I didn't even see them coming. I was walking through England, and all of a sudden I heard, watch your back, please.
And I turned around and saw weird creatures carrying huge black slabs across the landscape, and one of them handed me a clipboard and a pen and said, "Can you sign for this, please?" I said, "I don't think I'm authorized. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do." And they said, "Well, look, then we're leaving it here. We're leaving it here. Because we got to go on lunch. We're leaving it. You see the way it is? Two over there and one on top. He can stay like that for eternity." A scene from every 1940s murder mystery. Beats me. We're just impressed that he could reach that high. I mean, I didn't think the joke was so funny, but he reached up and it was amazing. It was just amazing. Did you see that? I mean, you're a cameraman, for God's sake. Did you see that? For God's sakes, talk to me. You're a cameraman. What are you doing? Please, please. You know what you're watching? Hi, this is Jews with Jokes. Hi, to those of you who just tuned in, this is Jews with Jokes. Yes, that funny comedy show, Jews with Jokes. The show where several Jews stand there and tell you a joke. You see, Jews with jokes. They never have, like, Christians with amusing anecdotes. It's Jews with Jokes. Let's turn to the Old Testament. If you have the Old Testament at home, if you flip the corners of the page, you can see Jesus riding a horse. And on the other side, there's a fat lady with a hula hoop. And most people back then really thought the fat lady with the hula hoop would be the famous one. I mean, nobody thought Jesus was going anywhere. I mean, they used to look at Jesus. They said, it's a skinny guy with a beard. What? Where's he going? The fat lady with the hula hoop is good. Because she's fat and she has a hula hoop and it's entertaining. Him with the beard, he's maudlin, is what he is. But as things turned out, Jesus became more famous. Had the fat lady with the hula hoop become the famous one, you'd wake up in the middle of the night, stub your toe and go, "Fat lady with a hula hoop!" Oh, fat lady with a hula hoop! Mickey Mouse on acid.
Oh, God, I'm freaking out! Oh, my God! Help me! Oh, God!
Once, I was on a camping trip, and I got separated from my party. And I looked up, and all of a sudden there was a clearing, and I saw a giant sign that said, "Warning, you have entered the land of the three named people." I was about to turn and run when all of a sudden Jan Michael Vincent jumped in front of me. And Paul Michael Glazer. And they said, "You've entered the land of the three named people. How many names do you have?" And I said, "I have but two names." And they said, "Two names? This is the land of the three named people." And all of a sudden, Ray Dawn Chung and Olivia Newton-John came out. And they said, "This is the land of the three named people. Death to the two named boys." And then Jean Paul Belmondo came out, screaming, "Death to the two named boy." And then Ricky Lee Jones, Tommy Lee Jones, Jamie Lee Curtis, Roscoe Lee Brown, and David Lee Roth ran out. Screaming, "Death to the two named boys." And they waved axes and knives and chains at me, screaming, "Death to the two named boys." And I pulled myself away, and I ran and ran and ran and ran. So you ran quite a bit. No, I ran and ran and ran. So you did a lot of running. No, I ran and ran and ran. And then I collapsed. And when I woke up, there was a girl standing over me. And I looked up and I said, "What's your name, young wench?" And she said, "Madonna." And And I said, you only have one name, I have two. And at that point, Prince came out. And Sade, and Twiggy, and Halston, and Vanity, and Apollonia, and Liberace, and Topol, and Cantifloss. And they said, we will make you our king, two-name boy. For in the land of the one-name, the two-name boy shall rule. And we danced and celebrated and drank wine and danced and celebrated and drank more wine. And then I collapsed. Because you figure it was a long week for me. First of three, obviously it was a very long week. And then when I woke up, Michael J. Fox, George C. Scott, F. Scott Fitzgerald, E.G. Marshall were all standing over me saying, death to the man without the pretentious initial.
What was that? So you're telling me that these people who use three names, they live in one place? That didn't make any sense to me. That they're celebrities and they're all living in the middle of the forest somewhere. That makes no joke. That's what, it's no sense to me. It's what, how's there a joke there? And then one name and they're celebrating because I don't think they choose to have one name. That to me makes, he's a lunatic. He's a sick man. This ranting and raving's a desperate cry for help.
Last week, I was having lunch with Charles Manson. And in the middle of lunch, he turned to me and said, is it hot in here or am I crazy? Now, The Honeymooners, the motion picture. James Mason is Ralph Cramden.
Alice. Norton and I are going to play pool. And after that we'll go bowling.
Richard Burton as Norton. I can't go bowling with you, Ralph. You see, unbeknownst to me, Trixie's mother is coming over.
Oh, you're all right, Norton. You're a regular riot. Do you know how important this night is, Norton? I mean, do you know how important this night is?
I know, Ralphie boy.
Would you stop that? Bang, zoom.
Jack Nicholson as Alice. You're not going fucking bowling. I crashed over the Andes Mountains, but I never ate a soccer player. I brought one along just in case. I remember the plane crash, we're sitting around in the snow, some guy yelled out, look, we're here, we're hungry, let's break open the soccer player. I said, come on, you didn't even touch the pilot. Some guys don't know how to eat. Me, I have one jockey. That's usually it for the day. Why stuff yourself? Why stuff yourself? You know, why stuff yourself? Why stuff yourself? I mean, what? Why stuff yourself? I mean, what? Now,
Universal Pictures presents the Georgie Jessel story. Ted Bessel as Georgie Jessel. Ted Bessel leads an all-star cast of Ted Bessel, Joey Bishop, Jacqueline Bissell, Whit Bissell, and Joe Bessa. Bessa, Bissell, Bissett, Bishop, and Bessel. The New York Times says Bessel is Jessel. The Jewish press says we like Bessel, but only a Bissell. That joke kills in Wyoming. I do that joke in Wyoming, they go,
Please make an obscure Jewish reference. I'm a farmer. I come to the city once a year. Read something from the Talmud. Do a joke that Moses wouldn't understand. Make a few references that ancient Hebrewic tribes would stand there and go, well, I have a vague idea, but I can't swear to it. I can't be absolutely certain. I have very vague. I have a very vague idea. I have a vague idea. An area of vagueness prevails my idea. There's like a vague haze over my idea. It's not a clear idea. Some people have a very clear, I have a vague idea. It's like sort of vagueness engulfs my idea.
To me, a comedian, a joke has a beginning, a middle, and an end. A joke to me is like, did this ever happen to you? And if it happened to you, then you applaud and it's funny. You say, yeah, that happened to me. And then, do you remember this? And if you remember it, that's the joke. And how many times did this happen to you? And you go, oh, a number of times. Okay, very good. And did this thing ever happen with that? Yeah, those two happened together. Okay. That to me is who I'd pay to see.
Thank you, it's nice to be here, it's nice to be... Did this ever happen to you? Did this ever happen to you? You're putting on your shirt and your button and one side's longer than the other and then you gotta button it up! But seriously, you're combing your hair and the part is crooked and you don't know one part's here and the other part, and you gotta comb it all over again! Hey, wait a second! Wait, how many times did this happen to you? You button the end, one of the buttons pops right off, and you go, should have sold that button! You ever tie your shoelaces and one of the laces breaks, and then you're not sure if you can just rethread the laces or put new ones in? You ever eating cornflakes and one of them's burnt and you don't know what it is and you spit it out, and then you, happens to me all the time!
Oh, that's funny.
Jackie Gleason in Casablanca.
You're getting on that plane with Vic Laszlo. Oh, you're getting on that plane. You are gonna get on that plane. And I know that you know that I know that you're getting on that plane. Because if you don't, you're gonna regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon after the rest of your life.
Elmer Fudd in Apocalypse Now. Oh. Dahawa. I killed her with the Vietnamese. Curly Howard as Johann Strauss. That's it.
No, they're still out there. They're still out there. Why don't they leave? Why don't they get out of here? You see, the mistake that I made is you never go off stage without saying you're supposed to say, ladies and gentlemen, that was Gilbert Gottfried. Good night. Go home. You know, you can say good night, but you should say go home. I'll never be able to go to sleep. I'll never be able to sleep now.
Why? What's keeping you awake?
And don't bother me. I don't want to talk now.
What, is something upsetting you?
Don't bother me, please. I said that I shouldn't have just walked off stage.
Why? You should have stayed up.
No, that's not the point. The point is I should have said, ladies and gentlemen, that was Gilbert Gottfried. Good night. Go home.
Well, it's like rude. It's rude to say that.
Don't tell me what's rude. Why do you bother me? There's not enough room in this trailer for you to live with me here.
What, you're trying to throw me out?
I'm not trying